get to the public portion if he wishes to speak.
Yep, we're gonna ignore him. Do not get up at the public portion.
Mayor, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
I figured I'd let you get back and after that.
Well,
I don't know, dude. As soon as it hits 7, let's roll. 6:59. This is a little bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whew.
Unless the,
Ain't no
mayor
football
please
game,
wants to
right?
speak.
No, we told him to get out of that.
No, that's.
That's not a comment.
How are you, sir? Good to see you. Nice. That's very good to hear. You're not speaking in the public portion even if you want to, by the way. We're not going to hear you.
We don't.
We gotta get this meeting. We record the meeting. Oh, yeah, well, she's got it. Yeah. And then we post it. Like, they can't interact, but you can post it later. Right, Karen?
We do a video, right? Like I can go back, look at myself.
Yeah?
That's scary.
Except,
I see. So they're all on our website? They're on our website.
I'll probably see it.
Yep.
no, it doesn't want to go back, so.
good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of Mayor and Council for the Borough of Glassboro for September 14th, 2021 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2021, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board as well as the Borough website and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County, filed with the Borough Clerk on January 2nd, 2021.
Thank you. Can we all rise to salute the flag, please? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That's it, Karen. Roll call, please.
Mayor Wallace?
Here.
Mr. Casavone?
Present.
Mr. D'Alessandro?
Here.
Mr. Fiola?
Here.
Mr. Coulter?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Here.
Mrs. Spence?
Here.
Mr. Melandro?
Here.
Mr. Scafidi?
Here.
Mr. Brudermer?
Here. Thank you. We have no proclamations or presentations, no public hearings. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of August 24th, 2021.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Karen, do we have any communications?
Yes, Mayor, I have for the record an approved raffle application for Mary Mother of Mercy Parish on October 3rd, 2021.
Thank you very much, and no motion is needed for that. At this time, I'll take committee reports and start with Council President Casabo.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to welcome Raymond Giordano as our SLEO. Wish him the best. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Councilman D'Alessandro.
Yes, Mayor, I'm just receipt of the monthly funds report for the highway department, just, make note of that.
Thank you very much. Councilman Fiola.
Thank you, Mayor. I am in receipt from Karen Passione, our CFO, of the monthly cash balances reports and also the budget reports for the month of July of 2021. I thank you for that, and that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much, sir. Councilman Halter.
Yes, good evening. Also in receipt of the monthly report from Water and Sewer Department. Nothing too noteworthy other than the Fern Road water towers completed painting.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Councilwoman Miller.
Good evening. Excuse me. The only thing I'd like to remind everyone about is this Saturday between 8 to 2, we are building the playground at Owens Field, and we'd love to have you participate. You can still sign up on the website, the Park and Rec website. And also Saturday is the opening day for the Glassboro Midget Football Program. And that's all I have.
Very nice. Thank you. Councilwoman Spence.
Yes, Mayor, I'm in receipt of the August monthly construction report and also
seems in order.
Thank you very much. Do we have any unfinished business, Karen?
Yes, Mayor, I believe
I
Mr.
do, yes.
Melandro.
I do, Mayor. At the last council meeting, there was a request, one of our new streets is gonna be named Roland Street. There was a request to see whether it could be Johnson hyphenated Roland. I reached out to the 911 coordinator, and there were several issues with that request. One is, there currently is a paper-based Johnson Street in Glassboro, 1. 2, there's a Johnson Road in Washington Township, and 3, and I quote, they don't believe we should take on liability of someone calling and not using the full street name with a hyphenated name, just saying Johnson and going to one of the 2 other ones. So at this point, I would suggest that, unfortunately, it has to stay rolling.
Thank you very much. We have no new business, so at this time I'll ask for the engineer's report, please, Mark.
Just real briefly, making progress at townhouses or working out those agreements, so, for the 96 townhouses, so that should be coming close. For that, they have been doing some stakeout work, getting everything set up. So we're waiting, here's some more information on that coming in here in the next couple of weeks. Development Concepts is quiet, they have pretty much everything done for the parking lot over on, McCabe Boulevard. For those, Matt Blatt is still waiting for the DOT permit, to finish their access, but they're utilizing the parking lot, obviously. Bonesaw is proceeding with their building, they're making headway with the building, their expansion, for that underway. Charles III, we're supposed to hear back, this week or next week from the DOT to authorize us to go out to bid, but I'm kinda leery of going out to bid now, cause we won't be able to do the work till end of November, December, I'm kinda a little leery about doing that in winter conditions, plus most all the contractors are booked through October, November, so our prices will be high, so you may wanna consider bidding that in December or January, when they're gearing up for next year and get better prices, for that. So we'll coordinate with the staff of the Public Works Departments and liaisons for those. As alluded to earlier, the Fern Road tower is up and running. They are doing some items for the steps, the stairways, and they're putting a drop ceiling in, to help contain the areas for, equipment storage. And they're just finalizing those items there. Jacob Harris Lane is done. We had to do some repair work, if you get down that way very often along the one gutter line, so they have to come back out and stripe it. Other than that, pretty much everything's done, and that was another job that was all DOT funding. High Street townhouses, fortunately, they found all the materials and they got most all their underground stuff in, so they have their storm, sanitary, and water in. They're gonna start doing services, so they're just starting to submit, getting ready for grading plans for building permits, so you will start seeing homes come up out there. And Lincoln, a housing project, they're a little behind the curve, they're still trying to get their materials, so they're trying to get there for the storm, water, and sewer. With that items, so that'll be proceeding. They worked a couple things out with the borough for the pump station. They will be doing some improvements on that bend, making some minor modifications, new curbing, storm pipe in that area. So that will be proceeding, but again, most all these construction jobs are waiting for getting materials. So as an example, we have another job in another town. We're just getting C900 water main. It's 6 months out. 6 months out. So we have a lot of jobs to do, but the problem is that we get materials. And I imagine Senator County's seeing the same thing for those things. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Any questions, Mark? Thank you again, Mark. At this time, I will turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Under our consent agenda, resolution number 210 is being pulled from tonight's agenda. For action, we have resolution 242, fighting for the insertion of special item revenue in the budget. 243, authorizing Solar Act subsection T application. 244, authorizing execution of hazardous discharge site remediation fund application, Lose Auto Service, block 18.05, lot 1.01, formerly block 25, lot 12, NJDEP program interest name, Lose Auto Service, NJDEP program interest number, 008164, remedial action. Resolution 245, amending Resolution R9221, resolution to award contract for management services for the 2021 Craft Beer Festival to Landmark Americana Tap and Grill for the Borough of Glassboro. 246, authorizing change order number 3 for the Fern Road Elevated Tank Reconditioning Project. Resolution 247, appointing Raymond Giordano as SLEO 3 for the Glassboro Police Department, non pro tunc. Resolution 248, providing for for the insertion of special item revenue in the budget pursuant to NJSA 48-4-87. And Resolution 249, authorizing refund of a tax payment overpayment. They are the resolutions this evening on our consent agenda, and as noted for the purposes as outlined in the agenda, if council so moves for approval, roll call vote, please.
I guess I gotta do it again. Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Costa?
Yes.
Mr. D'Alessandro?
Four.
Mr. Fiola?
Four.
Mr. Halter?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Four.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And Mayor, we have two ordinances for introduction tonight by title only. The two are as follows: 2119, an ordinance amending the code book of the Borough of Glassboro to create a new chapter entitled Smoke-Free Public Places, and ordinance number 21-20, an ordinance authorizing execution of declaration of deed restriction between the Borough of Glassboro and the New Jersey Economic Development Authority. The motion would be to introduce both ordinance 2119, 21-20, if so moved.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Costa?
Yes.
Mr. D'Alessandro?
Four.
Mr. Fiola?
Four.
Mr. Halter?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Four.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to open the meeting up to the public.
Motion to move the public portion be opened.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Anyone from the public wish to address mayor and council, this would be the time.
Seeing none, I move the public portion be closed.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? That motion carries. I will now entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
So moved.
Second.
Move that all duly authorized bills be paid.
I'm sorry, second duly authorized bills be paid.
All right, I have a motion and a second that all duly authorized bills be paid. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
I have an abstention there, it's 21-01886.
Thank you very much. Any other abstentions? Abstentions noted. Motion still carries. Any comments from our administrator?
No, sir.
I have no comments this evening, so at this time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. This meeting is now adjourned. Have a good evening. Next meeting, September 28th, 2021, 6:30 p.m.
Guys, we're-
Silver medal.
Glad it
Get
wasn't
it?